Hey guys, welcome to this special Facebook Live of Seller Sessions. So we brought in today with me from Jeff's coming today. He's just flown in to Barcelona. You're here for the weekend, Jeff, aren't you, to
Yes.
come to the Christmas party? But I wanted to catch up with you. You can give a bit of background on yourself, but you've just flown into Barcelona this morning from the US. Whereabouts are you based in the US?
Down in Miami. So we flew on the nonstop from Miami to Barcelona this morning. So just got in a
And
couple hours ago.
I bet the weather's cracking in Miami, isn't it? Over here, it's bloody freezing. Yeah.
It was 80 something degrees when we left, I think.
Oh,
So.
don't, you're killing me. I've been trying to get my wife to move to more of a summer climes, but she's having none of it. But so you're in Barcelona today. You fly to London tomorrow.
Exactly.
So basically, from a service provider perspective, how was your Q4? But firstly, do you want to give the audience a little bit of background on yourself?
Sure. So I started selling on Amazon in 2011 as a way to pay for college, and then paid for law school by selling on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I've been in the seller community for, gosh, I guess almost a decade now. And once I graduated law school, I decided to go full time as a lawyer to help Amazon sellers. So I pretty much live in the IP and suspension area right now for Amazon sellers.
Cool. So let's kind of dig in on that. So basically, we know that this time of year, high velocity sales, if you're in a gifts area, can be anywhere from 4 to 8x. There's a lot of money on the table. A lot of inventory has been purchased to match off Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and everything else. There's a lot of black hat stuff that takes place on the platform. Stress levels are high. Talk me through some of the things that trends you're seeing at the moment you're helping out with your clients.
So one of the big trends we're seeing right now on Amazon is that they're randomly selecting both private label and arbitrage sellers to provide documentation. So they're asking, pretty abruptly with not much notice, provide us with all this information or else you're going to be suspended either immediately or within 72 hours. And basically the risk factors on the account, such as brands that are being sold and sales velocities and length of time as a seller, determine what kind of notice you're being given, whether it's an immediate request or a 72-hour request.
Yeah.
So having all that documentation is kind of crucial right now and during Q4, just to have it ready in case you get asked.
And is some of this driven by black hatters trying to manipulate the system so that you're being requested for this information, or is this just Amazon cracking down?
I think this is Amazon looking at risk factors. So they're looking at certain risky brands, especially those that have a lot of counterfeit activity, such as Nike, Under Armour, any of the stuff that can be gifted easily that's kind of cheap and easy to ship from China to the US. Anything that can be counterfeited easily, Amazon seems to be cracking down on right now and wanting proof of authenticity.
Yeah. Cool. And what other things you've seen on the black hat front where you have to kind of counter these tactics?
The rise of fake law firms is popping up right now on Amazon. So it's a black hat tactic that they'll create, some of the black hat sellers will create fake law firms and put in fake brand registry complaints through these law firms. And then it makes it pretty challenging to fight them, although not impossible. And we've been helping sellers with, even a dead guy recently, he somehow was able to file a brand registry complaint for a patent that he created 10 years ago. So, just the black hat stuff, it never stops, but especially during Q4, because anything they can do to disrupt their competitors, I guess, is. And
what's the downtime on average, stuff like this, from the moment they get notification from Amazon to being able to resolve it? I know how long's a piece of string, but just a generalization. Is this something that takes you out for weeks on end, or something that can be dealt with swiftly if you know where the problem coming from?
If we can quickly identify the problem, it's something that we can usually address within a week. Sometimes some of them have been as short as 24 hours. Some of them have been as long as a couple of weeks. It really just depends on how fast we identify the issue and can get the information to Amazon for them to see it.
Yeah.
So really doing the due diligence right away and trying to figure out what's actually happening is crucial.
Yeah. Are you seeing like a rise of people using vendor accounts and stuff? So they're, like these pesticide issues and some of the things that have come up in the past. Are you dealing and defending any of these at the moment?
We have seen a rise in that. One of the biggest ways we're telling sellers to help, combat that is to download a flat file on their ASINs and go in and it's the inventory. I want to say listing categorization report, but I can find the specific name for it. And if basically you go through and you want to make sure that every single box has something filled in on it, because as long as you as the seller have filled in all those boxes, then it delays the vendor contribution from taking immediate effect.
Yeah. So I think I think you have to, from memory, when I did it, you have to request this from Amazon. You raise a ticket through support.
You do.
It's a terminate. I can't remember the exact termination, but it's a listing report of some type which contains every element that appears in your listing. So you're able to look to see what's injected if additional words have been injected in there, and you can go through the list of pesticide things and search in that spreadsheet and see if it highlights, if it comes up as well. And then obviously take those to remove those from the listing.
And even doing it as a defensive strategy is what we're recommending now, because you can do it before somebody injects stuff and you prevent them from being able to inject those keywords into the report, because as the listing creator and owner, your contribution takes precedence over somebody else's.
Right. Okay. So what you're doing is you're preempting this. So anyone who's listening now, just go and download the report. Yes. And then you're, by doing so, and then what changes you make in there to override the contribution to stop, say, a vendor central account from doing it?
So what you do is you just make sure every single block has something usul filled into it. So and then you resubmit it back to Amazon.
Yes.
Then when they have it, every block has something in it. So if the way Amazon works is if somebody submits a contribution to an empty block, they'll take it, even if they're not the listing owner and not the listing creator. But if the listing creator has already created that, has put information in there, even if it's not necessarily the most useful information, it's now going to flag it for somebody else to review it first before Amazon accepts that contribution.
Yeah, makes total sense. No, that's good. I wasn't aware of that. So people listening there should very much benefit from that. And as of today, go and do that, especially as we're in the business end still of Q4. I know we just come off the big weekend.
Correct.
There's still a lot of sales to be had out there. So you'll come over to the UK. Another thing is your business partner, he came to Seller Sessions Live as well. So we've got Paul Raferson. He's flying in from the US. Yes. And you're coming to the Christmas party in London, which we're very grateful for. Obviously, we're raising money for charity and stuff. And it's lovely to have people come in from the US and Asia and Europe and stuff. So what is brought, not made you, but you're getting on a flight from like Miami to come to London. That's quite a step to go to effectively a Christmas dinner. So what drew you in to come?
Well, I was there last week at the meetup after White Label Expo, and just the energy of the sellers. It was really cool to see and get to talk to all the different sellers. And y'all have a great energy and a great group of people, and I'm excited to meet more of you guys, since they said that more people will be at the Christmas party. So I think it's a great event, and of course, supporting the charity, it helps as well.
Indeed. And obviously with your partner in crime, he'll be over as well. So Paul's I weren't expecting that, but I got a message earlier on to say he's jumping on the flight. He'll be arriving tomorrow morning. So I look forward to seeing both of you. So if you still want tickets, there's a handful of tickets left. If you go to the link in the chat there, you can purchase tickets through there. What's the best way people can reach you, Jeff, if they want to utilize your services, etc.?
So email is the best way to reach me. Either email or Facebook Messenger. So Facebook, it's just Jeff Schick on Facebook. So send me a message, or email. It's jeff@ecomattorneys.com. So that's jeff@ecomattorneys.com.
Sounds good. Anything you want to add before we go?
I'm just looking forward to meeting everybody, seeing everybody again, and I think it'll be a great time and a great event. So I'm looking forward to it. And so Thank you very much.
No, thank you. So I look forward to seeing you in a couple of days. Enjoy Barcelona, and I'll see you on Saturday. Take care.
Sounds great. You too.
See you. Bye.
Bye.